This week's Torah portion marks the first recorded episode of anti-Semitism. So this week's Torah portion tells us that Joseph and his brothers died, and then there arose a new king in Egypt who did not know Joseph. What does that mean, that he did not know Joseph? Joseph was the ruler for 80 years, and he saved the country from a famine. He chose not to know Joseph. And then this new King Pharaoh proceeds to meet with his cabinet to discuss the Jewish problem. What Jewish problem? Were the Jews not loyal to the land of Egypt? Were the Jews not good citizens? Of course they were. So what was the Jewish problem? The Jewish problem was that the Jews existed. And then the Torah portion proceeds to tell us how they were enslaved and persecuted. And this is the story of the Jewish people throughout history. Yet we are surviving, and not only surviving, we are thriving. So what is the secret to our survival? What is the secret to how we are thriving? We are here because of Shabbos. Shabbos is the greatest gift. Shabbos is what sustains the three most important institutions that we have. Shabbos keeps up our relationship and connection with Hashem. Shabbos preserves our families, and Shabbos preserves our communities. On Shabbat, Hashem makes himself wonderfully accessible to us, and we connect to Hashem by that constant Jewish awareness throughout Shabbos, and by saying the beautiful Shabbat prayers and listening to the Torah portion, and just not being distracted by the mundane everyday work, and having more time to focus on our purpose and why God created us. Shabbat also preserves our family by giving us the opportunity to have such beautiful family time, sitting around Shabbat meals together, listening to one another, praising one another, singing together. What a gift. And then, Shabbat is not only about family, Shabbat is about community. Shabbat is not a private time. Shabbat is a sharing time. Many aren't able to go to synagogue throughout the week, but on Shabbos they can. And it's a time to re-engage with the community, and it helps us define ourselves as we rather than I. Singing together and joining in prayer and just feeling the blessedness of being together. As the saying goes, more than Jews have kept the Shabbat, Shabbat has kept us. Shabbat Shalom, wishing you all a meaningful and rejuvenating Shabbat.